Welcome back. Just to keep you up to date, I'm making a little video. I'm actually working on two airplanes at the same time, and a little unconventional video. Hope you like it. Leave a comment, and leave a like and subscribe. Thanks a lot.
Okay, this is going to be a really fast update. I always say that and they end up being like 20 minutes long, but I'm going to try to make this a fast update. I haven't done a whole lot with the Challenger right now because I was designing and well, creating and sending away for printed circuit boards for that control system for the landing gear so that it doesn't go up unless it's unlocked, and gives me 3 green and all that kind of stuff, and 3 blue when they're up. Okay. A little more to figure out with that, but that's been sent off, and maybe what I'll do is I'll cut in right here back at my home workshop, and I'll just show you the schematic diagram and do a little explanation. So why don't I cut that right here and do that for you? It'd be like a 2-3 minute thing, so be right back. Well, here I am at the home workshop at the electronics shop where I do my electronics stuff. So yeah, thanks for joining me here now, and I'm just going to describe to you guys just the circuit that I designed for the landing gear. Now, if there's somebody out there that does design work as well, and you wish to leave criticism, complaint, or something, be nice about it. You know, we all have different approaches on how to design and build electronic circuits. The end result is, does it work? So, but if you have some insight that say, hey, you missed that, you should have put a BJT in line with the output, or something like that, you know, go ahead and leave a comment like that. I might consider it, because this was the very first version of it. Well, actually, it's the second version. The first version is only made it to the design stage, and after looking at it for a while and thinking about it, I said, nah, don't like that, scrapped it, and went with another version. So, anyways, let's carry on. Okay, this is version 1. Sorry that I don't have a way of capturing the screen and putting it into a video format. There probably is, but I'm not wasting my time with that. Anyways, ignore this here and ignore this here. This is essentially what I first started out with. I was just hitting it with PNP and NPN transistors, and I sat there and looked at them going, you know, I wonder if I could do it with a gate. And I started dragging gates over, and I thought, heck, screw that. I'm just gonna start all over again. So let me close this and show what I actually ended up doing. And let me close the board. And version 2.0. There we go. That's what version 2.0 looks like. Much cleaner, as you can all see. Hopefully you can see. Let me just turn on the display on the back of this little mini camera. A little higher up. There we go. So essentially all this is a couple of gates. This is a hex gate, or I mean there's 6 AND gates in this microchip, and this is there's 2 AND gates in this chip over here. And these are inverting gates at the top. So essentially and these are the relays up here. There's my 5-volt power supply for everything else, and this is the nose gear portion of it. So essentially what this is basically a simple gate network, so that the landing gear, when the lock is in place, meaning that the gear is locked either up or down, either side, left or right side, what will happen is, and this gate over here controls this relay here, and when one of the landing gear locks is in place, this gate here goes inactive through these inverting gates here as well, because I've got they go in through the main chip here. Landing gear locks, this drops power out if either one of these inputs sees the change of state, and relay opens up, no power, can't move anything. So then you unlock, and now there's energy to this relay, and it works. You can go up and down. Everything else here is for lights. There's a left landing gear green, left landing gear blue, left landing gear red. And essentially it's functioned through the gates as well. And then left landing gear up, left landing gear unlock. So that's it. Basically, I'm running it through the gates. Now, I could show you the actual hand drawing where I draw out the gates, that kind of stuff, but I'm not going to bother with that because this isn't a tutorial on how to design it. This is basically what I've done with it. Now, let me just switch over to the circuit board view, and that's the circuit board. The two relays there, the gates. Now, the blue traces that you see here are on the back side of the circuit board. So this is a two-sided board. There's components in the one layer and components in the back side. When you go on the back side, they turn blue, and then you place them where you want. And then, of course, you run your traces, your capacitors, and there's your voltage regulator there. There's your inverting gate, the two dual gates there. And these are all AND gates, and that's your 6-channel AND gate. The rest of it is basically discrete components to make everything work. A couple of transistors, because everything here runs on 5 volts. These relays operate on 12 volts. Now, to give you an indication of size, this is a circuit board that has these same 2 relays on it. So that's the size of the relays, and they will handle 8 amps. This particular circuit board is that I designed. It's about double the length of this one here. Let me get a little better light on it. And so this is basically what it is. And you can also see on here, if you look closely, you'll see pads for transistors and all that kind of stuff. This was for a different function altogether. Actually, let me see what it was. This flap control. There we go. Yeah, this is the flap control relay. That so that when I push that little hi-hat on my joystick, it moves my flaps up and down. And this basically runs through 2 relays. They're interlocked, so you can't run them both at the same time. And anyways, we won't get into that. So that's it. Everything is going to fit into this box here. Let's go down here again. Everything's going to fit inside this little parts box. And it'll be mounted close to the motor. I'll have to drill holes or cabling in and out of this. And that circuit board is designed to fit perfectly inside here. And then it'll be closed off and done. Oh, sorry, bad camera work. Rotten cameraman. So that's it. That is the what I had designed for controlling the landing gear or the safety interlocks so that they don't work when the locks are in place. And when they do work, when you unlock them, the lights will go red. So as soon as this relay energizes, the lights go red. Actually, no, that's not true. As soon as you pull the lock on any one of them, the light will go red on that landing gear side. So but it needs 2 reds in order to energize that relay. And then, of course, this relay controls the landing gear up and down function. And everything else is basically indication. So that's it. That's it. That took me in about, I'd have to say, probably 8 hours, maybe 9 hours of designing that kind of stuff. Because my first iteration, as you saw, I pitched it, so that was a waste of a couple of hours there. And just went to the logic gates. It just seemed more efficient to go with gates. So that is what controls the landing gear, or will control the landing gear as soon as I get the shipment from the circuit board, because this circuit board has been sent away, and it will be arriving soon. So back to the hangar. Okay, that was exciting, wasn't it? they're cutting grass here at the airport, so you probably hear the lawnmowers going. Anyways, yeah, so not a lot has been done here, but I am working on the Emeraud, so why don't I go over there right now and just show you what I've spent the last 6.5 hours building. So, let me just spin you around, and it's this. Oh, let me turn the camera on. There we go. That. Now, we originally had a key in here for left, right, mag, and start. But, okay, funny story, the key switch broke. And we looked at the cost of putting a new one in there, and we said, screw that. So, left, right, mag, start button. This here is a USB port, and the USB port is going to be tied to the EFIS, which is, of course, right here, sitting in the panel. There's a USB plug back here that it will be tied, this will be tied into. And the reason for that is so that it will do a flight data logging. Especially when we're doing test flying, it'll record all the temperatures of cylinders, exhaust, fuel flow, everything. It'll record it onto a memory stick while we're doing our test flying. And even when you're flying normally, it'll record all that kind of stuff. Anything that EFIS will show can be put into this memory stick when we plug it in. So, there. And of course, this is the backup tachometer. This tachometer, as soon as the master switch is turned on, this tach turns on. I have one more hole to drill here. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it here or up here, but I need to put a 1 amp breaker fuse for this. And so I need to add that, and that'll come off the master, 1 amp fuse, so that that this is of course fused. So that fuse is on order, hasn't arrived yet, and that's it. So that's what I've done here at the Emeraud. I've finished this left panel. The right panel over there, we've decided to make it into a glove box, so you can see the nice barn door opening over there. We just have to cover it and make a door and all that kind of stuff. And then this panel in here, finish the wiring, lots of wiring in the back. Oh, yeah, lots of wiring. And then, yeah, it's moving along though. So it's this airplane will be. I really want to see it fly this year. I know mine is going to fly. Well, actually, this technically is part mine as well, the Emeraud. But I would really like to see that Challenger in the air this year with me and a big smile, and I'll bring you guys along with that. As far as this airplane is concerned, this baby over here, she's a beauty. But let me turn the camera on. There we go. It's a tail dragger, and I ain't never flown a tail dragger, so I'm going to have to take some transition training before I fly that airplane as well. But that's okay. There's a bunch of other guys in the group. There's 6 of us that are building that airplane, and the other guys, they all have tail wheel. I'm the one that doesn't, I think. Either way, this airplane is going to get some quality time in the air. And but that's what I was doing today. I was working on this aircraft and waiting for parts for this aircraft. Those parts that I mentioned earlier when I showed you the circuit board that I designed for that. Now, what I haven't designed yet is, or figured out, is where I'm going to put on the panel, as I'm walking over here, on this panel, where am I going to put the landing gear stuff? I'm thinking right above that red button that is part of the alerting system there. There's, I believe there's room in behind. I'll take you guys with me and let's see. Oh yes, yes, there's lots of room behind here. Lots of space here, so I could put the switches at the top here and wire them. And that'll give me my 3 green, 3 blue. And the green and blue and red, of course. So when the locks are unlocked, they go red, and in transit, red. And when they hit to the top and I relock,
the main gear goes blue. The nose wheel will go blue as soon as the motor stops, and this nose wheel reaches its upper limit. So I've got to figure out how to put micro switches on here that cut into this locking mechanism, so that when this locking mechanism, it's not a lot of throw there, it's got to be able to pick it up. When that locks in, that's when I want the green light. And as soon as this cable gets tight, it pulls that lock out, the green light disappears, it should show red, and then when this raises up, there'll be another micro switch, and it'll show blue that it's raised up. So, yeah. More work to do. I'm always creating more work for myself, but that's okay. I haven't taken my check ride yet, so I don't have that pilot's license in hand, so this is a prime time to work on all these things. Because as soon as I get that pilot's license in my hand, I'm flying this airplane. Even if I don't have the landing gear raising, lowering thing finished, I'll have the landing gear down and locked, and just fly with the landing gear down the whole time, which is probably the whole thing this year, unless I can get some float, training and land this thing on the water this year. Oh, wouldn't that be sweet? We'll find out. I'd love it. Don't count on it, but if it does happen, you will be one of the first to know. Well, you'll be like one of the third to know, because I'll know, and then everybody here at the hangar with the EAA Chapter 63, they'll know, and then you guys will know. So you're going to be like third. So, anyways, that's it for the update. Again, keeping it short and sweet, and I'll let you guys know I'm still plugging away at it. So it's a wonderful day. I'm going to finish up over here. I've been in the hangar now about 6 hours, and I'm hungry. I haven't had lunch, and it's getting close to supper time. So yeah, I skipped lunch because I could probably skip a few, right? Yeah, see you back here in the hangar. Take care. Keep your stick on the ice. And again, see you back here in the hangar. Oh, before I go. Like and subscribe. I've been noticing that people have been subscribing and clicking that like button. And thank you. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. So, on that note, I gotta say, see you back here at the hangar. Bye for now.
Well, I hope you guys weren't bored by that electronics show and tell, or the Emeraud work. It's all, airplane stuff, so which is what you guys come here for. Thanks for watching. See you again.